All right, we're off to a great start.
Turn it up, turn it up!
All right, so just real quick, before we even watch you play, I'm just going to show you a thing. So, I mean, you probably know on push maps you want to amp out of spawn. Push maps and control point maps amp out of spawn, the others you don't. The reason is everyone's leaving spawn at the same time on those maps, and whoever gets the good positioning first has a distinct advantage. But whatever, you were AFK, unlucky. As for this rollout, amp speed, hit here, and then hit here, and that carries you to here, which lets you choose your own adventure this side to catch this and come up and over, which is usually what I do, or you can also come down, catch this, and like come over to here, or, you know, whatever. You can kind of branch out from there. But mostly it's the don't go over this wall, you lose way too much speed. There just isn't really a clean way to do it. Yeah. Whatever. Not the most important. Now I'm going to shut up and watch you actually play. Then we'll start talking about things. Okay, actually, I want to talk about that. Yeah, we could actually go really deep just off of this, your intro here in the Moira. So first things first. Okay, we're catching up. You're up on walls, which I like. What I dislike is this moment right here where I paused it, where not only are you detached from a wall, but like you are in the middle of open space. So Plat is this transitionary elo where the rules of the game start to change. And what I mean by that is things that work in high elo work in low elo, contrary to popular belief. Things that work in low elo, though, don't work in high. And Plat is the elo where that changes, where things that used to work will not work anymore. And this is one of them, because in Plat, players have better aim. And Diamond players especially don't miss. And if you cross open space like this, it doesn't matter that your team's in front of you. You're the easiest one to shoot. If someone is like over here, you just get capped. Yeah, it's so easy. And you're like caught in a consistent arc that's very easy for skilled people to hit. There's this really bad habit a lot of low elo players have of jumping because it makes it harder for the enemy to hit them. Except, again, once you start getting into Plat and Diamond lobbies, it makes it easier for them to hit you, not harder. Jumping and having any kind of consistent movement. So you want to be real careful about who you're letting shoot at you, because from here on out, they're going to do it successfully. Yeah? I think you heard the Moira, you come over, you see her, and you start pressuring her out. Lucio, one of your many jobs on Lucio is controlling flankers and off angles, denying them from the enemy. You don't have to win this 1v1. You don't. But you do have to prevent her from doing anything to your backline. You just have to pressure her out, shoot her a bit, boop her out. And in the meantime, while you're looking at her, dealing with her from over here, your ROM, your soldiers, and Aura. These two can back out to get Aura. They're like frontlining right now. It's weird. But anyway, you're helping your team with your Aura while controlling this. You're multitasking. And that's kind of Lucio's job. You got to be doing multiple things at the same time. So I like that you kind of pressure her, but you leave almost immediately. And here's how you leave.
We'll heal you up.
You are using this for cover, which is good, but you entered open space and turned away from the enemy while in open space. Like, just this little bit of cover, there's no way out for you. And if, like, this Reaper walks up, you can't go anywhere. You have no cover other than to walk into the Moira, which also puts you in everyone else's LOS as well. This is, like, such a scary place to be in. And you just put yourself here and then you looked away from everyone that can hurt you. Instead, You could have crossed all the way, so you can shoot her, and if that Reaper starts pushing up, maybe you can boop him away from your team, whatever. You can get more people in your aura over here. You could also be up on here shooting her from above and riding around. But, like, if you're not hitting the shots and she's sucking you off, I get that. This can be a hard matchup. Like, you win it if you have the aim. But, like, if you don't, that's fair. Cross and back out, yeah? As it is, you're still in her range. She can still suck you off in addition to all the additional dangers, yeah? So either, like, fight her or don't, but putting yourself in the middle like this is real scary. But yeah. Keep looking around, stop going to the middle. Keep looking around, stop going to the middle. You're a scout. The way you control flankers and off angles is by seeing them, catching them out early. And the way you do that is not by being in the middle, where you have to turn super far. That's really hard. You do it by being up high, looking down, or if they have good hit scan that will shoot you, then you at least play back around a corner. And you can, look, you're shooting this Reaper and you got people in your aura, and no one else can shoot you from right here. You're doing everything you need to do at no risk. Reaper can't do shit to you from there, and he's fighting two other people who you are helping. Right here, you can't, I mean, you can kind of shoot the Reaper, but it's harder, and if this Arisa turns, you're dead. This Ana is the only hit scan without fall off in the game. She can just roll you. Ashe is hiding for some reason. Like, you see how you only get away with this because you're playing against really bad players, yeah? And that's the important thing to understand. You're now pushing into the elo where that starts to change. And like some games, you'll get away with this shit, and other games you won't. Because Plat is the elo where people either figure this out or they don't. Yeah?
Oh, you want to hear this?
You just ran... Okay. That was such a hard feed. Yeah, you should be dead. You almost rolled him. The way you make plays on Lucio, first off, timing-wise, look at this. Your whole team is still back here with the bot, and you pushed ahead of all of them in deep where absolutely no one can help you, and the enemy team can literally turn away from yours and shoot you. They don't. You might even get out of this alive. You shouldn't, but you might. Because, you know, gold plat lobby, right? If you instead wait for... You have a Ramatra, right? Ramatra makes your timing kind of easy. When he goes punching mode, that, and like is punching people, that is when you go make a play on the backline, yeah? Or just shoot who he's shooting, either one. You want to pocket your team until they get into fight. Once they are in and fighting, those that want to brawl, or are in the positions they want to fight in, that's when you can go take a new angle. I'll try to give you more on the timing as we go, but like... Yeah, you get out alive, but it's only because they're back. That Reaper is just walking right past you. He's whiffing all his shots. Also, get your crosshair up. You're going for all these, like, body shots. Lucio's projectile is roughly the size of the moon. Dr. Fluffy Wolf here. Oh, god damn it. Why did it do that? I hate that it does that. Dr. Fluffy here. If you shoot him towards the bottom of his name, it will register a headshot. You can miss by that much, by like the bottom edge of his name, and it'll still be a headshot. So aim at the top of their model. And then if they jump, you still hit them. If they duck, you can lower it, but like nobody in this lobby is crouch spamming, right? I should probably change the song. Ha! 1 second. Whoops. There we go. And again, that Zen can shoot you. This Ana can shoot you. This Ashe can shoot you. And of all of the targets here, you're on the one that is hardest to kill. If you kill this Zen who is 3 bars, that's a huge amount of damage gone. Ashe is almost dead. You could literally kill these two, come around and fight this Ana. You could get a 3k this fight, realistically. But you put yourself in the middle, and I will not be surprised again if you die here. And you should die right now. You should just explode for being right here right now. Yeah?
Oh yeah, we're taking the lead.
Good.
How's that for sound therapy?
You could just use passive. Especially since the enemy team is starting to push out. Amp is your power move. Lucio is like one of the most mid supports in the game. He's not very good at all. He's pretty shit, honestly. Except for 3 seconds at a time when you are amping, when you are probably the most powerful support in the game. Yeah? You have a 3-second window where you are OP, and the rest of the time you kinda suck. So those 3 seconds have to be... They gotta be choice, yeah? They gotta be really good. And I'll try to help you with that a bit more too, but... Stop fighting this guy at close range, yeah? Finally he gets you. The Orisa helped, but like, he just wins that duel at close range, and guess what? You had beat. You could win this with beat.
Who's gonna be a top hit?
Yeah, you guys lose that fight now. Unfortunate.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
So now you need to be thinking about what you want to beat. What ults do they have? Yeah? They're probably going to Nano Reaper. And there's the Reaper. You see him? Okay. Close. You caught him out. But this is so telegraphed. Especially if you know he has ult. So Lucio, whoops.
Ready for
Whoops. Where were we? Over here somewhere. Yeah. Here we go. So it is straight up your job to track ults on Lucio. So we know he has ult, and we see him frontlining. All of a sudden, he's front and center. He's so eager to hit Q. He desperately wants to press that button, and so he's forcing it. Rather than waiting for a good moment, he is trying to force a moment, and you can tell just by looking at him. That Ana wants to nano him. She's right behind him. They have a plan. They're running in hard. So as soon as it fade ends, hit Q while amping speed. Right now. Yeah, as soon as his fade ends, you hit Q while amping speed, and he gets nothing for this. That is like that is a really standard read, and that is something that is your job. I mean, everyone should be doing shit like that, ideally, but on Lucio, you're the team scout. You are literally the one who is explicitly looking out for that and screaming in comms, Reaper has ult, Reaper has ult, so you guys can either kill him or get away or whatever it is you need to do, yeah?
Let's get loud.
And like, hitting beat on a Reaper ult is really dicey, right? But if you see it coming like that, you can just hit it. And I guarantee you he hits Q anyway. So long as you don't hit beat too early. You have to hit it as his fade is ending, because he's already mashing Q trying to get it off. Yeah? His brain lag. It'll take him a moment to react to the fact that you're hitting beat and change his plan.
Back off. Moving the barricade.
That was a good kill. And then we got out, yeah? But now we're crossing open space against 4 people. There's no reason to do it. Also, deployables like BAP's lamp, Torp's turret, Symmetra's TP, or Symmetra's turrets, stuff like that. It's also your job to break. Yeah? If it's the middle of the fight and shit is going on, you're still buffing your team with your aura while you break that stuff. Yeah? Ideally, you're shooting people instead, but if there is something to break, you're the best one to do it, by far. Especially since you can jiggle peek with your projectile. Good boop back into your team. Nice. Yeah, your aim could use a little bit of work, but it's not that bad. Mostly, it's just you're taking huge risks because you just don't expect them to ever hit the shot. That... You walked at 3 people for an entirely pointless boop, and they just didn't even look at you. That Orisa spears you, you're dead. But she just didn't even look at you. Hell, all 3 of them just look at you and you're dead. And, like, the boop does nothing, really. Dang. And then we Ajax the beat. So you would have had a second beat by now, probably, if you had beat that Reaper ult. You were holding that for a really long time. Build a new beat and beat again, and that's another one fight, yeah? Don't tunnel on what you're going to hold beat for. Like, have an idea, that's really good. But once something happens that needs beat, you hit it, regardless of your plan. Your plan has gone to shit now, and you have to hit beat, right? Win the fight in front of you, worry about the ults or the next fight after. Good boop. But see, he only plays like that when he's ulting. He just runs into the back line and tries to hit his play to win button because he thinks that's what you do. And here you're frontlining. It is just cleanup, but be careful about that. You're faster than everyone, right? Be careful about getting in front of them. You want to be playing behind them where you can see them and see what's attacking them. Scout, remember? You have to see what's going on. Oh, get him. Yeah. Where are your quick melees? Quick melee does more damage than boop. And also you can boop melee and melee them before they get out of range if you're like on top of them when you do it. As like just a nice finisher. But melee there. Because then if it doesn't kill him, you didn't boop him out of the way, right? You didn't accidentally save him. Melee, melee, melee. Where are your melees? There you go. You might need to rebind them to something that's easier to hit or something, but like quick melee is a huge part of your damage. Nice. So here, yep, we just chill and poke, and we don't take risks. Why? Because we have beat. That amp was a little bit early. That beat was good. Yeah, I mean, the timing was good. You almost Ajaxed it again. You almost died because you're front and center. As opposed to being behind or to the side. You can beat right here on the stairs and carry around the corner with it. So long as you get into their LOS within a half a second of the beat dropping, they'll get beat too. So you can beat around a corner and then get people with it if you're fast. Or you could just start it here and land it around the corner if you're worried about it. But I would be afraid of that. On the other hand, though, if you're back here, you could just beat around this corner, and I wouldn't be afraid of that one. Yeah? And then you get everyone in beat. Melee him.
Pushing ahead now.
You can't heal her and block, so that amp was a little bit wasted. Or a little bit early, maybe. If you hit it before she blocks, sure, but... Someone's coming up. Do you hear that? Look where you're staring the whole time. This whole time, you're just looking here, and you miss this guy. And you even hear him. And the thing is, if you're on walls, not in the middle, not in open space, then that lets you whip around the corner quickly, or even come down and maybe get a boop off, or whatever. It also lets you come up and over and just peek from the side, and shoot people from the side, like over this wall, and then you see them come out. Hi, Dr. Fluffy Wolf. Boop! Remember, this is your job. Controlling these guys is your job. Good. Good, good, good. And then you end up front and center. If you take nothing else from this VOD, it's stop going front and center. Yeah? You ran in front of your entire team and died. There was no reason to do it. It accomplished nothing. And now your team is probably going to lose this fight because they're 5v4. And it's really hard to win a 5v4, yeah? If you want to make a play, you come from the sides. You catch people who are unaware. You don't run into them face first. Part of your job is herding the cats into the middle, not coming to the middle yourself, right? So this Bastion, as he comes out that door, maybe you just shoot him a bit, and that's enough to make him come here. And then maybe somebody starts looking for an angle over here, but you pop up and you shoot him a bit, and then you come over here and you boop him in, whatever. And now all of the cats are herded into the middle, the bad, bad place where you do not want to be. And that lets you take angles around them and just shoot them for free. And then if they turn to look at you from here, they have to physically turn away from your team in the middle of open space. Meanwhile, you can get around a corner and be fine. Yeah? You have to play like these people aren't incompetent. Like these people will shoot you if they see you, and that they will see you if you walk in front of them. I have a question for Lucio that's kind of separate from this VOD review. A while ago, you created a flowchart for Diva with their different roles and responsibilities and when to switch between them. What would one look like for Lucio? So the basic Lucio playstyle, and like, you have to kind of adapt to what's going on, but you want to be behind your team or ideally to the side. So like if you're up on this wall here, you can wrap around this corner. No one can touch you. You got people in aura and you can come around and poke. Yeah. So stuff like this early before the fight breaks out. Yeah. We're high up. We're keeping people in our aura and we're poking from an off angle, not the middle. Yeah. And that makes it hard for the enemy team because if they don't back up far enough that they can deal with it all, then they have to turn away from their team to look at you or turn away from you to look at their team, your team. Yeah. And then once ults start going off, the tanks engage, you know, the fight really breaks out for real. You amp speed. Your team can then run in, take the positions they want, and just roll these people over. Really great when he goes punching mode to amp speed so he can just run people down. And meanwhile, you can come up and above to the side and then dive the back line from the side and cover from somewhere where they can't do much to you without serious risk of dying to your team. And then the big trick is it'll look something like this. We amp speed, we come up and around, and here we shoot the Zen. Yeah, as we're diving, we go for the headshots. And the full combo is 4 headshots, boop melee, and he's just dead. If he's full HP, you can literally one-shot him. So as you're coming off the wall, don't shoot. Line up your crosshair as you're coming off the wall. And then right here, it's shoot, boop, melee. And whether you succeed or not, your momentum carries you out to cover. Maybe you can peek around and try to finish him off if you didn't get it, but whatever, if you're under any risk at all from here, now you're just out and safe. And then we're back to our team and we're buffing our team and we're helping them and we're shooting from this off angle. And then the next time we amp speed, you know, we go from there and maybe we try to make another play from this side and our momentum carries us around into here where we can grab this mini and start playing in here. This is a little bit scary though, right? You don't have a way out. So think about things like that. You know, start making plans like that and ideas like that and try to always give yourself an escape route. And just, you're doing drive-bys. You hit them and you go. You hit them and you go, and then you're back to your team. And you create so much space by getting people to turn. You get out tons of cooldowns. You can just straight up get picks. It makes a huge difference even if you don't get the kill. It really helps a lot. But not if you die. And it doesn't really help much at all if they just see you coming, because you're not getting them to turn away from anything, yeah? If they throw cooldowns into you, they hit your team. So you don't want to engage with Lucio then, right? I should be looking to play around my team and dive when they do? I mean, usually, yeah. If you see somebody alone that you can just go kill, though, go kill them. Yeah? You don't open fights typically, but like if somebody is on their own and you can kill them, then sure. But you don't have to initiate anything here. You are the ultimate support. Your job is to support these people and help them with their job. Speed him when he's punching. Speed her when she's trying to freeze people. Yeah? Peel for him if he gets dove. Peel for her if she gets dove. Mostly you're speeding these two, yeah? But yeah, think about who needs your speed, and who might need help if they get dove, etc. So yeah, that was an easy win, but I hope you see how, like, they could have really punished you if they were just paying attention to you at all, yeah? So that's the thing. Stop relying on them being incompetent for these plays. You have the right idea, mostly. Be more precise with your amps for sure, but mostly it's stop inting and avoid open space. Control the outsides of the fight, yeah? Use them and control them. Deny them from everyone else and use them yourself.